They're always watching. But we see them too.
We are on the path to making this a better and safer city. I think that's what everyone wants here. We do have our challenges. I do believe in justice for Irna. She certainly deserved this, so I'm not sure what will come of it, but certainly I hope our political leaders can join together and figure out what we can do to make this a much better, safer city. From what I understand, she wanted to become a veterinarian technician, so that's why I left the little candle and the little puppy dog attached to it. I just know she wanted a better life, and she deserved that, so I'm here just to honor her tonight.
This shouldn't have happened in the first place, and I feel like the reason why it does happen is we have these soft on crime judges that release these violent criminals and a mayor that makes excuses for it. And I'm glad it is getting the national attention it deserves, and I hope it stays that way. It needs to make people uncomfortable. Irina, her family, they fled war. They should have been safe here. America should have welcomed them. They should have the American dream. They didn't get that.
What I'm going to do is something a little different with this moment of silence. We're not going to do 1 minute. We're going to do 2 minutes, because that's how long Irina sat in that train before anyone came to her aid. 2 minutes, starting now.
My distinct honor and pleasure to announce to the City Council of Charlotte and to the CATS Authority that we ask that this station, the East-West Station, be immediately and as soon as possible renamed the Irina Zaruska Station so that her memory can be with future generations of Charlotteans and her legacy can never be forgotten.
Through his faith, although he died, he still speaks. Hebrews 11:4.
Hello. God bless all of you for coming here from all over the world to honor and celebrate my Charlie. Just a few miles from here, 2 years ago at America Fest 2023, Charlie delivered a speech on stage for our TPUSA Faith event. Charlie loves speaking off the cuff. He was very good at that, without a script. So I personally didn't know what he was going to say. And what he chose to speak about that day was his submission to the will of God. He quoted one of his favorite Bible verses, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. "Here I am, Lord. Send me." After Charlie finished, I met him backstage, and I spoke to him, and I'll never forget this. I said, "Charlie, baby, please talk to me next time before you say that statement." Because when you say something like that, there is so much power in that verse. When you say, "Here I am, Lord, use me," God will take you up on that. And he did with Charlie. "11 days ago, God accepted that total surrender from my husband and then called him to his side. More than anything, Charlie wanted to do not his will, but God's will. And over these past 11 days, through all the pain, never before have I found as much comfort as I now do in the words of our Lord's Prayer, "Thy will be done." God's love was revealed to me on the very day my husband was murdered. On the afternoon of September 10th, I arrived at a Utah hospital to do the unthinkable, to look directly at my husband's murdered body. I saw the wound that ended his life. I felt everything you would expect to feel. I felt shock, I felt horror, and a level of heartache that I didn't even know existed. But there was something else too. Even in death, I could see the man that I love. I saw the one single gray hair on the side of his head, which I never told him about. Now he knows. Sorry, baby, I'm telling you now, but never told him. Didn't want to. I also saw this. I also saw on his lips the faintest smile. And that told me something important. It revealed to me a great mercy from God in this tragedy. When I saw that, it told me Charlie didn't suffer. Even the doctor told me it was something so instant that even if Charlie had been shot in the operating room itself, nothing could have been done. There was no pain. There was no fear, no agony. One moment, Charlie was doing what he loved, arguing and debating on campus, fighting for the gospel and truth in front of a big crowd. And then he blinked. He blinked and saw his Savior in paradise. And all the heavenly mysteries were revealed to him. God's love continued to be revealed to me in the days that followed. The next day on the tarmac in Air Force Two, I confronted Usha Vance, precious woman. I held her hand and I told her, honestly, I do not know how I'm going to get through this. She told me something. She said, you know when you're on an airplane with your kids and it's the last 15 minutes of the flight and things are crazy, kids are not cooperating, toys are flying everywhere and everyone's screaming. And you think to yourself, I cannot wait for this flight to land. And it's 15 minutes before you land. And she told me, you will get through these 15 minutes and the next 15 minutes after that. Usha, I don't think you realized it then, but those words were exactly what I needed to hear. But most of all, God's mercy and God's love have been revealed to me these past 10 days. After Charlie's assassination, we didn't see violence. We didn't see rioting. We didn't see revolution. Instead, we saw what my husband always prayed he would see in this country. We saw revival. This past week, we saw people open a Bible for the first time in a decade. We saw people pray for the first time since they were children. We saw people go to a church service for the first time in their entire lives. Charlie liked to journal. And I say this because he did it to remember important moments and sayings that affected him. And one of the things he wrote in his journal was this: every time you make a decision, it puts a mark on your soul. To those of you out there who just made that decision and took the first step toward a spiritual life, I say thank you and welcome. One day, I hope you look back and realize it was the most important decision of your life, because it is. All of you who are already believers, it is your job to shepherd these people. Do not take that lightly. Water the seed of their faith. Protect it and help it grow. Every day as Charlie rode into the office, he would go through his contact list. And I know there's many of you who were impacted by this. He would go through his contact list and send Bible verses for the day. He knew that faith was a habit. The more you live it, the more it grows. But know this too: the seed has only just been planted. The enemy will tempt you the most in a time like this one. God will always be there for you, but you must choose to mark your soul again and again in the direction of Christ. Pray again. Read the Bible again. Go to church next Sunday and the Sunday after that, and break free from the temptations and shackles of this world. Being a follower of Christ is not easy. It's not supposed to be. Jesus said, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. He said he would be persecuted. He said we would be persecuted. And Charlie knew that and happily carried his cross all the way to the end. And I want all of you to know, while Charlie died far too early, he was also ready to die. There was nothing he was putting off. There was nothing that was too hard or too painful, or nothing that he just felt like he didn't want to do it. He left this world without regrets. He did 100% of what he could every day. But I want you to know something. Charlie died with incomplete work, but not with unfinished business. But I will miss him. I will miss him so much because our marriage and our family were beautiful. They still are. The greatest cause in Charlie's life was trying to revive the American family. When he spoke to young people, he was always eager to tell them about God's vision for marriage and how, if they could just dare to live it out, it would enrich every part of their life in the same way that it enriched ours. And someone once asked me how Charlie and I, how we kept our marriage so strong when he was busy traveling. And our little secret, it was love notes. Every Saturday, Charlie wrote one for me, and he never missed a Saturday. And in every single one of them, he'd tell me what his highlight was for the week, how grateful he was for me and our babies. And always at the end, he would always end it with asking the most beautiful question. He'd always end it by asking, "Please let me know how I can better serve you as a husband." Charlie perfectly understood God's role for a Christian husband. A man who leads so that they can serve. To all the men watching around the world, accept Charlie's challenge and embrace true manhood. Be strong and courageous for your families. Love your wives and lead them. Love your children and protect them. Be the spiritual head of your home. But please be a leader worth following. Your wife is not your servant. Your wife is not your employee. Your wife is not your slave. She is your helper. You are not rivals. You are one flesh working together for the glory of God. I was Charlie's confidant. I was his vault, his closest and most trusted advisor, his best friend. I poured into him and loved him so deeply, empowered him, because his love for me drove me to be a better wife. Every day he honored me, and I prayed that I could be the wife that God needed me to be for my husband. Women, I have a challenge for you too. Be virtuous. Our strength is found in God's design for our role. We are the guardians. We are the encouragers. We are the preservers. Guard your heart. Everything you do flows from it. And if you're a mother, please recognize that is the single most important ministry you have. In our home, because Charlie traveled a lot, we tried to travel with him where we could. But I made sure that when Charlie returned from work, It was his sacred landing place, away from the worries of the world. I didn't make him feel guilty for being away too long or too much, or getting home too late. I always told him, home is here for you, and it'll be ready for you. And I made it into this place where he wanted to be as soon as possible when he was on the road. There was no keeping score between us. We were a team, working together for the same mission. I never wanted to be the one standing between Charlie and the task that God prepared for him, had set for him. And I knew Charlie would always do his best to help me with the same. My marriage with Charlie was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I know it was the best thing that ever happened to him as well. He wanted everyone to experience that joy. And that's what's so beautiful about God's design for marriage, is that everyone can. And I could talk endlessly about it, and years to come I will. But Charlie's mission above all was aimed directly at those who aren't married. He named his organization well. He knew things were not right with America, and especially with young people, and they needed a new direction. Charlie passionately wanted to reach and save the lost boys of the West, the young men who feel like they have no direction, no purpose, no faith, and no reason to live. The men wasting their lives on distractions, and the men consumed with resentment, anger, and hate. Charlie wanted to help them. He wanted them to have a home with Turning Point USA. And when he went onto campus, he was looking to show them a better path and a better life that was right there for the taking. He wanted to show them that. My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men just like the one who took his life. That young man, on the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him. I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us. The world needs Turning Point USA. It needs a group that will point young people away from the path of misery and sin. It needs something that will lead people away from hell in this world and in the next. It needs young people pointed in the direction of truth and beauty. And so I promise you today, every part of our work will become greater. I am tremendously honored to be the new CEO of Turning Point USA. I do not take that lightly. Charlie and I were united in purpose. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission. Everything that Turning Point USA built through Charlie's vision and hard work, we will make 10 times greater through the power of his memory. Chapters will grow, thousands of new ones will be created. TPUSA Faith will add thousands of new pastors and congregations. And yes, campus events will continue, and we will continue to hold debates and dialogue. The First Amendment of our Constitution is the most human amendment. We are naturally talking beings, naturally believing beings. And the First Amendment protects our right to do both. No assassin will ever stop us from standing up to defend those rights, ever. Because when you stop the conversation, when you stop the dialogue, this is what happens. When we lose the ability and the willingness to communicate, we get violence. And as I stand here now and I look at this beautiful photo of my husband in front of me hanging in the stadium, I think of my husband 13 years ago. I hadn't met him yet. He was 18 years old, a man barely out of high school, running around the halls of the RNC without $1 in his pocket and a single contact in his phone. People who saw him said that he didn't know what he was doing, but he did. He did know what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was going to change the world, and he did. Charlie's life was a turning point for this country. It was a miracle. Let that miracle that was Charlie's life be your turning point as well. Choose prayer. Choose courage. Choose beauty. Choose adventure. Choose family. Choose a life of faith. Most importantly, choose Christ. I love you, Charlie, baby. And I will make you proud. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Disrupted Americans standing tall, we rise together or we all will fall. Man, a lot of things have happened. The world has gone mad. You know, I was still going through the young woman on the train. Couldn't get the images out of my head. Working, 12 hours a day, but driving there, it amounts to about 14 hours every single day that I'm working. I'm exhausted. World's gone to shit, man. Or whoever the hell's watching. I don't know why this gimbal keeps like getting the limp wrist. Maybe it's just like the rest of the world. But that poor girl, and people die every day. People, how many murders or what's the statistics? All from different, everywhere. But it was the visuals, it was the brutality and the fact that nobody was helping her. Nobody was helping that, poor girl on that train. She bled out. It's like, I wish I would have been on the train. But I'm never on the train. I'm never at these places, And then sitting there all numb one day, just like, saving pictures and whatever. But then you got the thing with Charlie Kirk. I cannot believe it. That's one thing. Like, you get people where they're like, I hate this person, so I'm going to not listen to him. Don't fucking listen to these people if you don't like them. I don't know why you have to go, hey, I don't like this person so much that I've got to, I gotta kill him. I gotta do some weird things. And then all these demons, I call them demons, like this huge death cult where it's basically, oh, he's dead, but that's not good enough. Let's kill his wife and his children and everybody else. Now we got this huge list. Well, I mean, come on, people. Come on, man. Come on, people, man. You guys are... It's basically your gun control, right off the bat, your gun control debate is like out the window, because it's like, yeah, so let me turn in all my weapons because our society is safe. I don't fucking think so. Our society has so many monsters, and this Charlie Kirk assassination has basically thrown everything out the roof, where it's like, wow, exposing the demons, the horrible monsters that our society has. Man, gee, many Christmas, man. Alls I say is, at this point in my life, I'm gonna tell everybody, I don't care what weapon of choice you choose to have, whether it's a firearm, a crossbow, a bow and arrow, knives, throwing stars, imaginary fairy tale weapons. Get something and practice. They're practicing. They're out there training. They're training to kill you, potentially. Because they kill somebody like Charlie Kirk, who's not a politician. He's just out there debating, and the guy that's willing to talk to everybody. What stops these sickos from saying they go to your concert and maybe they're like, hey, I didn't really like all that music and I wasted $50 on the ticket, or sometimes nowadays it's like $300. Well, I want my money back. Well, can't get the money back. Well, you know what? I'm going to get my money back because I've just lost my mind a little bit more than I had already lost. And I don't know, man. I don't know. The world sucks, man. I think things are going to happen. And this Charlie Kirk thing is going to backfire majorly on the haters, man. Anyway, I am Charlie, and I will be until the day I die. But it's, what is it? Pray for the best, prepare for the worst, or the vice versa. Do something. You got to do something, because they are, and it's not looking good. I don't see enough people being arrested. I think this my gimbal got a low battery. That's why it keeps getting the old limp wrist. So.
Underneath my bed, hey, in my head, hey, bleeding dead, hey, with this so bread, hey, turntable whores, hey, fucking more, oh, leaving sores, hey, ouch, what the fuck, oh, spreading sickness, hey, pure wickedness.
How do you feel about the world today?
They tell you that you have freedom of choice, but have you noticed how every choice leads back to the same place?
You got the red team, the blue team, you got Pepsi, you got Coke, CNN, Fox, Apple, Android. They fight on the surface, but underneath, same damn donors, man. Same pipeline, same system. That's not choice, that's branding.
The illusion of choice is the greatest distraction. Don't play their game. Subscribe to The Disrupted American.
They can't stop the signal, the disrupted American.
That old horse limps through dust and bone, ribs stick out, eyes like stone, breath comes sharp, legs near gone, but he walks like he don't know he's done. Once he flew like fire through trees, now he shakes, now he wheezes. Each step's a scream and silence hid, no pasture left, no will, no bid. And the old man, same damn fate, spits in a cup, swears at fate. Hands like bark, skin pulled tight, dreams of war, sleeps through night. He once danced, once roared, once ran, now he's just a hollowed man. Chokes on breath, talks to ghosts, forgets the names he loved the most. The horse don't beg, the man don't pray, both just watch the light decay. Both been whipped, both been rode, both now cracking under the load. One waits for the needle, one for the dark, one hears thunder, one hears sparks. And no one cheers, no songs get sung, just a snap of a neck and the rattle of lungs.
Ever notice there's always a brand new emergency the moment people start asking real questions?
I've walked these empty avenues, shadows long and warm. Dusty footprints echo truths.
Noise distracts, but silence disrupts. I love The Disrupted American.
I gather moments in my hands and let them slip away.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, my teeth are fucked up and I will be getting them fixed. Let me ask you a question. If you got kicked in the mouth as many times as I have, would you look as pretty as me? So anyways, I digress. 1 week, it's war. The next, pandemic. Then it's inflation, climate, crime. Always something, always urgent. And while we panic, the same hands stay on the wheel.
Empty chairs and broken wheels left without a fight.
That's not coincidence. That's managed disruption. Cut the noise. Subscribe to The Disrupted American.
Is a stubborn spark that burns within this plot.
I love noise from straight distract, but silent disrupt. Noise distracts. I love silent disrupted American.
Hollow towns and broken bells.
Tired, man. I've spent like so much of my life just working and working and working to get absolutely nowhere. You work, society takes. And when you get wore out, what happens?
Subscribe to The Disrupted American, for the path of true enlightenment awaits.